Hello YouTube, Mike the Gambling Guy back at you, bringing you day 3 of the Golden Tower Challenge. So if you're new, what does that mean? Well, that means I'm actually trying to do a 19-day challenge. So first of all, I want to say that this is not for the weak-hearted, right? I'm playing bigger units, and I'm not putting my entire bankroll at risk. I am playing with pure profit. So I had started off with $3,000. You can see $3,100 is my at-risk column. I made it through day 1. I won $2,000. I withdrew $450. Actually, day 1, I actually withdrew $500. But neither here nor there. This is the way the math is going to work on this spreadsheet. Yesterday was day 2. Won $3,000. Pulled out $1,450. Started today with $6,200. This is actually my second video that I'm making today. My first one, for some reason, failed. Hopefully this one doesn't suffer that same consequence. But my goal is to win $4,000 today. So if we can get all the way through 19 days, I will have made $212,000. Right? So this last one's $51,000. You go, how'd you get $51,000? Well, that's because my goal is to win $20,000, and I'm taking that bankroll back out, or this buy-in of what we've grown that to. So that's going to be $51,000, or a quarter of what that winning would be. It's kind of like that giant pot of gold at the top of the tower that we're trying to get to. But even if I just go through, just a few days, I mean, even if I just get through today and tomorrow, I'm collecting $7,800 for 4 days of work. Those are my withdrawals. So yeah, I would be losing $7,750 or $9,300, right? So potentially that money's going to be gone, but this money's already in my pocket. I've already put that in my bank account, and that's really the cool thing. So we're going to try to get this to the point of ridiculousness, which I'm happy to take us there if we can get there. If we fail, we fail, but no one's going to say we didn't give it a good try. So the way that we're making our bet selection is we're using Baccarat AP's Advantage Play. And if you don't know what that means, stick around. We'll talk a little bit more about it as I'm looking for tables. And I am using a 5-step martingale. Hopefully everybody knows what that is, right? So it takes 31 units in order to do a 5-step martingale. 1 unit, 2 units, 4 units, 8 units. 16 units, right? It's not that tough. All we do is every day we increase the bet size a little bit. So today we are at a $200 unit size because our goal's $4,000. We're already $1,000 into that goal. Today I'm playing on Pragmatic. Where I'm playing on Pragmatic, about a third of the tables don't work. What I mean by that is they actually reject my bets on a regular basis. So I've actually just made a list and said, okay, these are the good tables, these are my bad tables, and I try to look at the list. Sometimes I get too excited about a table selection that I'm going into, but let's come down and look at table, and I'll play player or banker initially. I'll pay the taxes on that 5% on the banker side, but if my bets start getting a little bit bigger, I'm going to get a little picky, and I'm going to be betting on the player, looking for player opportunities only. So what I'm looking for is to have 2 drops. So you can see the banker dropped here. That's 1 drop. They dropped here. That means the next time that they came here on this B1 is what that would be called. B1. We'd be betting on B2 and that 1. Right now, players only had 1 drop. So the player hasn't yet given us a green light to play this table, which it could at any moment, like this one just did. This one just gave us an opportunity on speed 2 to come in and try for two times to get a P2 bet. So, and I don't care how long this goes. I mean, I do for your sake. I don't want you to have to sit here and watch, 12 players go by, and then we have a chance of another 12 bankers go by, and we've been sitting here forever to try to get a result. So there's another player. Not gonna let this thing run forever before I just get tired and go find another table. So we were playing the black chips. is the chip size that we're using today. Tomorrow, I actually get to the this pink chip. So there we have the banker. So now we just need to have it go back to player, and we're gonna be game on for $200. But at least tomorrow we're playing. As long as I get through today, we're gonna have the pink chips tomorrow. 6 to a 1, 6 to a 4. So game on. So we're gonna do our first bet, $200 on player. Now the good thing, not that I'm looking forward to finally getting to that 6 martingale because I don't have it. But if I go through my first 5 bets, at least I've already made $1,000 today. So I could lose $6,200, and boom, there's our first unit. So I'm marking units with chips because yesterday somehow during the video I miscounted. So it's going to be harder to do that today because I've got 5 actual casino chips from different casinos because I do like to collect those from the casinos that I go to. And let's go back to the lobby, look for another table. So we've got 1 unit, or that's actually our 6th unit for today, right? And let's find a table that would work. Trying to see where that so this is that table that I was, no, it's not the table. It looks like it's similar to that table. So this is that table that I was showing you earlier, and it did have its first one here. So it's going to give us one more opportunity to bet there. So I only have one opportunity to bet because the banker is already dead to me. It's already gone through everything it's going to do. I can bet one more player. The reason that I can bet one more player is because this player here only chopped. It didn't drop. Drop would have been a win, which means this shoe would have been dead to me. I wouldn't have came in here and look. But once this comes over here, I've got one more opportunity to pair that up. So now this banker paired. I kind of like that because look, each time the banker pairs, the player pairs. So let's get the banker to pair, and then we'll get the player to pair. 3s I'm not so excited about. Let me look at the shape of it. It'll be a great tie bet right here, though. This is a great look for a tie. I hit ties yesterday like it was ridiculous. Not that I didn't bet on one of them, but man, they came out of the woodwork. A 5 to a 9. All right, so another banker. And this is going to get a banker run. I'm also going to, so if we get one more banker, I'm just going to walk away from this table. I've got one bet that I can play here. But if it comes back to player right now, we'll make our one bet. We've only got one bet to give it. A 2 to a 1 to a 3 to a 9. Yeah, that didn't work. All right, back to the lobby. Let's find another table. Don't get married to the tables, right? These tables up here don't work for me, so I can't choose that, even though it looked like it did have a betting opportunity. Fortune 6. I don't care for Fortune 6, especially if I'd be playing the banker side, because that's where you get that 6, and you only win half your bet. No, thank you. Speed 8. Yeah, speed 8 would work. So speed 8 is giving us a player an opportunity to bet on player. 2x2s. Don't mind the 2x2s. 2 bankers, 2 players. 2 bankers, 2 players. No, it's gonna do the exact same thing that last one did, right? Just gonna get a run on bankers. But here I'd have two betting opportunities. But I've got five shots. 5 shots will lock me in 1 unit of profit, unless I'm paying taxes. All right, so this feels like deja vu. We're going to give this one more again to see if it's going to bring it back over to the player side. A 9. I was going to say that 9 looked pretty delicious. Take another 9, please. As far as my derived roads look, the derived roads look good, but it doesn't always work out. Yep, yeah, that was the situation there. It doesn't always work out. So my next bet is going to be $400. 6 to a 9. Yeah, I thought that was going to go banker based on the derived roads. This one's a coin toss, which means it could be a tie. Oh, my banker again. All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not pragmatic at this point because I don't have to worry about getting timed out of the table. Where evolution, they'll just say, okay, you've just sat there a little too long. We're just going to completely kick you off our site. Oh, 0 to an 8. Wow, that was a smackdown. If this goes to another banker, we're gonna go find another opportunity because feel bad. You guys just sitting here watching a bunch of bankers come out, not actually getting action. I still got 4 bullets. Yeah. Oh, there we got a player. All right, so $400. I probably should have put money on the tie. Nice. Boom. Another unit. So we got 2 units locked up. See, this has gone more than 4. This would actually be a betting opportunity here. But they should, yeah. And that lost. Do I want to go in and play that one opportunity? This could turn into 2 opportunities. What I mean by that is it could get two drops. If it goes player drop, 7. Yeah, so now we've got 2 drops. So now I'm going to have 1 banker opportunity. I could have 2 player opportunities. So I could have up to 3 bets here. And even if I have 2 of them racing, right? If I got, okay, you can bet on banker player back to back. First one that wins. Gets me my unit, and we walk out that door. No waiting. So this is the one and only bet we'll make on banker here. Hopefully we get 1 banker and we out. we can bounce. Get our 3rd unit. And we don't have to wait on that player at all. We'd always have the option. See, there's that unit. It's on the right side of that stack. So the cool thing about this is right now is even if the worst thing happened and I got whacked, right? I've still won 8 units today. And that 8 units stays in my pocket. Because if you add that to everything else I've already won and withdrew, I'm in the black at this point. 3 days of work. 3 days. I mean, not even like they're full working days. It's just a little bit of time. There's a 9. All right, let's go for that player. See if we can't get our 4th unit. And we've got 2 steps that we can put at risk here. $0 to 1 to 5 to 9. Oh, that didn't work out. All right, well, now we just have to wait for it to come back to 1 more player. I mean, hopefully you see this isn't hard in order to play this way. 2, 0, 6, 7. It's gonna make us wait longer. It's like, no, we're not happy unless you're waiting. Okay. I mean, it could be dinging me with ties, which is almost like a knife, because I'm like, I love playing the ties. 0 to 5 to 6 to 0. All right, well, game on. All right, this is our last bet. Hopefully we get that additional unit. Be our 4th unit. This is our second bet in our progression. 6 to a 9. Okay, well, shouldn't have stayed. Should have followed as far as what I said. Is you get the one win, you get the hell out. All right, so now we're in step 3. So it's going to be an $800 bet wherever we end up going. I'll still do a banker for an $800 bet. I don't think I can get in here fast enough. I don't have to worry about it. We would have lost that first one. So we got one bet for number 3. A 1 to a 5. Yeah, to a 5. And I mean, I'm okay winning $160 on a third unit or third step. It's not bad money. But now red's done. So I just got the one bet that I'm willing to make on banker. Or sorry, on player. $800 on player. $200 and then twice on my double. $4 to an 8. Well, unless we're going to get into if we get one more banker, we're going to be out. There we got it. All right, so it's 2, 4, 8. Third step. Oh, break that 8. 1, nice. 6. Boom, got it. Another chip. Got one more to go for our 10th unit of the day. So that's really nice. We only paid looks like a little bit of tax down there. I'm okay. I can always go make a little bit of money just playing, $10 bets in order to get that back. I don't have to do anything crazy in order to get that back. So let's look for another table. We can close that one out completely. I'm not looking at going back. So that was good. Look at that. Drop. Bam! Right there was the winner. So it just continued that beautiful pattern. 1, 2. Missed the first one. Won the second one. Right? Same thing here. 1, 2. Missed the first one. Won the second one. Actually, I think that's where we just played. We just won that one. This was 4. So we would have played here and won that, and then player's dead to me at that point. All right, so here, Korean Speed 3, we got 2 drops on player. We just need to get another drop on, well, if you get a drop on banker, then they'd both be active to get the first win and done. There we go. Chopping to the other side. And if we get one more drop, then they're both active. If not, I'd rather win on that very first player. Instead of going, okay, I got 4 opportunities. 4 out of 5. rather just win it. Get my 5th unit. 10th unit for the day. So good. Bankers drop. So now we've got green lights on both. We just needed to move over to the player side. Even though it looks like this one's going to be another banker, according to the derived roads. And it was. Yeah, it looked like that was going to be going banker. But it looks like this one's going to be going player. It's also be a good spot for a tie. Kind of excited. We haven't seen a lot of ties today. And the player holds out. 7 to 6. Nice. All right. So we've got our first unit, our first bet, going on player. Remember, instead of starting with $3,000, if you're like, I got $300 in profit, I could do this with for 19 days. So for $300, you could turn that $300 into, what, $20,000. Boom. There's our fifth unit. So $300 in 19 days, you can turn it into $20,000. The same way that I'm turning mine into $200,000. Right? Just take off a zero. Works the same for you to go, maybe I could do this and risk $300. Or go, I don't know if you can find a table that you can go, I'm gonna risk $30. You're gonna play for $2,000 at the end of 19 days. I mean, it'd be pretty incredible. But I mean, you just size it to you, right? I had $3,000 in profit. There's my tie. I had $3,000 in profit that I could play with. So that's certainly not a bad thing in order to get us up here. So I'm halfway towards my goal, or just shy of halfway towards my goal. Where's my value at? 81.90. So I'm $10 shy of having $2,000 won today. So another $2,000 and I'm good. But I've already taken out $2,000, right? I started with $3,000. I already won $2,000 a day. I'm risking $6,200, not $8,200. So regardless of what happens at this point, this challenge has been a success. It has. I mean, typically I'll pull out $500 a day. So I'm in day 3. I'm over that average of $500 a day. Now from here, it could get silly. And I want to bring the silly. I do. I want to bring the silly. I want everybody to join along and be hopefully entertained, because I do like to hopefully entertain you, besides just giving you some ideas on how to play. But until next time, I'm Mike the Gambling Guy. I'm out.